Welcome to our Be the Sun, Not the Salt podcast. I'm joined by my co host and chief super spreader, Connie Fontaine. And today's little gentle nudge is the chapter that I didn't write. And if I wrote another book, this would be chapter 31.
That's right. The whole conversation started with, we often get the plea from somebody, "We love this book so much. Why you got to write another one? Why wouldn't you write another one?" And the reality is this little book, our publicist called it an evergreen book, meaning it never gets old, and it's proven in book sales. We're selling more books this year than we sold last year, which were more books than we sold the year before. So 7 years in, this little book just keeps on touching people. And so, no, we don't need another book, but what with the conversation was, "Harry, what would we do if we would write another chapter? What should we do?"
Well, here's the one chapter that I really appreciate and think about a lot. And it dawned on me when a colleague shared this, and I've been saying it
Mhm.
ever since. This stuff, this material is both easy to do and easy not to do.
Right.
In fact, that's the paradox. It's so easy, it's easy to forget. It's easy to not,
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
both sides. On the
Right.
Be the Sun side, it's so easy to be kind and
Mhm.
thoughtful and considerate and aware,
Right.
and it's easy to be salty. It's
Mhm.
easy to say the snarky, nasty thing, the
Mhm.
unnecessary, hurtful, lightly mean, sarcastic comment. It's easy to do both. And therefore, the huge insight, which I continually repeat to myself, and anytime I'm talking about it, is damn, if I can remember that, I can
Right.
remember it. Oh,
'Cause a lot of it's the small stuff for sure for me. We get so used to doing those kind things, being overt in the grocery store, whatever, with the cashier, and yet when you get your mind on something else, it's easy to forget that little thing that you usually do, and that's why the practice is so important. And the little snarky stuff is so easy to do, just to get your point of view in, just to make sure everybody knows you're just a little irritated.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
but it wears on people, especially if it's lots of little things.
And that huge point that it's all about the little things on both ends, on both
Mhm.
tiny
Right.
kindnesses, the tiny gestures, the kindly, pat on the shoulder,
Mhm.
or the unkind facial expression, tone of voice, gesture, or outright nasty things. So just
Mhm.
yesterday, I made a comment to a group of people about another team, a football team from a rival school, and it was just slightly obnoxious. Now, it created a little chuckle, but I was proud of myself for not commenting on that same team's victory, not saying an obnoxious thing the last time. And we got a lot of conversation going, but I have a habit of saying those snarky things now
Mhm.
and they're
Right.
not good,
No,
period.
I mean, for so many years you think of it as it's just being funny. You're just poking somebody. You're trying to start a conversation, get everybody, the meeting started, and it's just as easy for someone to look over and make fun of some guy's tie or someone's shoes, and you never know where that person's at or how other people feel. I mean, you're definitely not making everybody feel uplifted in that moment.
I know that I don't want to speak about anybody else because I see it in other people way more easily than I see it in myself.
Of
But when I
course.
see myself do the salty behavior, the slightly obnoxious but playful, slightly
Mhm.
nasty comment that's kind of funny,
Mhm.
uh, I now know, Harry, not necessary, and I refrain from it. The greatest thing that I have seen in my own marriage, 45 years married, the amount of things I do not say anymore that
Yeah.
I used to say without even a pause. I would just say it because I was thinking it and it was truthful. It was on the continue.
Mhm.
Dude, what do you need to say that for? Not helpful to that.
Right.
That was kind of mean. Now that continuum, I just don't. It just very rarely comes out of my mouth because of this material. Don't
I thought you were gonna say the opposite. I thought you were going down the path of, there's so many nice things I would say to Jan, like just kinda like compliments and other things that just you forget that you still should do that with people you spend time with.
I do
I don't
that
see
all
you. I
Yeah.
do. I forget. I shouldn't say you do.
Thank
I forget.
you.
Yes.
Thank you. And that's all we're talking about this,
Mhm.
which is I do say more kind, sweet things, not just to Jan, but to other people
Mhm.
deliberately, intentionally.
Because Mhm.
I know what it means to be the sun, to be a
Mhm.
positive energizer.
Right.
Well, I know what it means. Do the stuff I already do with great deliberate intention
Mhm.
and say nice job with specificity and mean
Right.
it. I can tell somebody that I love them and appreciate
Mhm.
them in my life and mean it. Now,
Right.
knowing isn't doing, so it's the
Right.
practice that I continually love. So it's easy to do this, just keep doing it. It's easy to forget, so keep doing it and don't beat yourself up.
So here's a good exercise. So listeners who frequently listen to our podcast are often drawn to the material because they're trying to be the best version of themselves, just like we always are. And they're probably thinking right now, I wonder when I missed out on. So maybe when we reflect real quick on that, can you think back on a time within the last 24 hours even that maybe you had an opportunity to do something nice, something little, and you walked away and you wished, oh, I wish I would have. And maybe on the conversely side, because 'cause I'll tell you, I was with some people last night. I quickly turned to somebody, I laughed, I said their name, turned away, and I realized, "Oh my god, I just called them the wrong name." But conversation was going, wasn't the right time, and I thought to myself, "I gotta go over and just say, just so you know, I do know your name, and I'm really sorry, and, I hope that wasn't uncomfortable." And I didn't.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
woke up this morning thinking about it. What wow, because it matters to me, those small kind of gestures, and I
yeah.
missed that opportunity last night.
And that's it in a nutshell, which is
I know.
1% on either side. Well, which is better, being more kind or less salty? Yes. You know,
Yes.
like they're both great. Do whatever works for you more in the tiniest ways on both sides. Because
Mhm.
it's easy, this is one of James Clear's rules of habits. Habits, if they're going to be sticky, need to be easy.
Right.
Okay. And therefore, this fits right into the beautiful good habit
Mhm.
process. Make it easy to say thank you. Make it
Yep.
easy. Say good morning to people when you come into work.
Right.
I'm going for a cup of coffee. Can I get you one? Well, thank
Right.
you. No, I'm good.
Mhm. So
No,
can you think of an opportunity you missed in the last day or so?
let me think. Let me think. Um,
I say you weren't
uh,
playing along with my game.
um, a missed opportunity. I'm thinking of the
You
people
gave
I,
you gave us a little snarky one, so that you still
yeah,
in for the win on that one, but,
yeah. Uh,
yeah,
uh,
I silence treatmented somebody a little
mm,
bit. So that's
no.
my other I did it just because it was like, "You did to me, so I'm doing it to you." Well, child, child. But anyway, I did it. Oh, I know I did that. But again,
Right.
these are to your point though, these are fewer and farther between. I work very this is so conscious and it's not a working hard at it like, oh, woe is me, another weight to lift. No, it's fun because it feels good. And so yeah, my snarky moments, even though they're little usually, and my good moments that I miss are fewer and fewer between because of what we do.
Yeah. And so I to your last point, I really hope people watch this and go, this isn't a heavy lift. This is
Mm-mm.
really easy to do. Great. Just do it. Put it in your purse, put it in your pocket, put it in your glove compartment. Keep it with you, think about it, and then apply it. That's the main message for this. Knowing isn't doing.
Mhm.
Do good stuff or less of the bad stuff that we
Mhm.
already do
Right.
and watch how you can become more of a positive energizer and less of a negatoid.
And that is the whole point of this podcast. It's the whole point of us all getting together and listening to each other. And so I hope people listening start to think, okay, wait, what is my version of, Connie's blunder or, Harry's opportunity and what can I do differently today? So I think that's the whole point of this one. Do you think we've closed this one out?
I hope so. I hope people get the way we get. Oh my God, this is so great. And it never ends. It doesn't like, okay, I got it. It just never ends. That's the
Mhm.
good news.
Yep. The good news is it is easy. And and yet everyone just let's take the takeaway for today is, but it's also easy to not do. So let's all go forth and make it a really good day and a great week and do more good. Thanks for listening.